All right, so everybody, today what's due?
Everything.
Hey, what's due today?
1.7, 1.2, 7.1,
Okay,
7.2.
besides my assignments over here on this side of the board, okay, your course selection. Be honest, who has not selected in Skyward your course selection?
Thought you already went through this.
Okay, who has not done it? Thank you. So, if you want some help today in the PERT, counselors can help you out. Okay, definitely turn in this form if you haven't. And remember, the easiest one is financial math. Mid-level is AQR and statistics. And the most challenging one would be pre-cal, but I think y'all can do it. Ever get off your phones, ever get off your phones, you can do it. All right. Now, Monday we're having a test. Just kidding, because we have a holiday Monday, right? So don't forget, no school Monday. We will have a test on Wednesday. Okay. So we're gonna do a warm up. We're gonna do a warm up. We're going to do a warm-up based on yesterday's notes. Please remember, we did two things. The sum of cubes and the difference of cubes, okay? Let me pull this up real quick. Do you remember these two formulas from yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see in between these is a minus sign? That's difference, and that formula is different than over here when you have a plus sign, right? So, on our warm-up, the question is, which one of these should we use? Now, what do you see here in the middle? It's a minus sign, so we're going to use the difference of cubes if they are cubes. So here's the question. Is 64 a cube number? So if you look right here, is 64 in this list? Hey, it is. Y'all see that? Do you remember this list from yesterday? Please look. Look. 1, 8, 27, 64, and 125. These are some of the cube numbers. So 64 means that's a cube. What about x cubed? Is that a cube? Is x cubed a cube? If it has a cube on it, it is a cube number or term. Okay, cool. What about the 125? Is that a cube?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, I'd be impressed. Who remembers the first step when we do this? What do we put first? Parentheses, right? We're going to take each of those terms that are being subtracted and turn them into parentheses cubed, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let me zoom in here. So we're going to figure out something cubed minus something cubed, right? So that my next question was, what cubed gives me 64? And the answer is 4. Y'all see that? So we'll put a 4 here for sure, but we can't forget that x. What cubed gives me x cubed? What cubed gives you x cubed? X, okay? So you have a 4 and you have an x. And let's think backwards. Is 4 cubed 64? Yes. Is x cubed? Yes. Okay. Now, go to the other term. What cubed gives me 125? 5. So what's going to go in this blank? 5. Yas. Now remember, we do the parentheses to figure out A and B. So, what is A? What's my A value going to be? Not X. Not 4. Okay, 4X. And what's my B value going to be? Just 5. Okay? So is everyone, please follow with me, because too many people don't do their stuff, get all lost, and I'm trying to explain it every day, right? Look over here. So you got A, you got B. What we need to do is write down that formula for the difference of cubes. So I'm going to go back to my back to my notes, I should say. Here's my difference of cubes. Let's go ahead and write this down over here. So we're going to have A minus B Then we're going to have a squared plus ab plus b squared. Does everyone know where I got that formula from? Your 7.6 notes. Does everyone see that we figured out A and we figured out B? So all you got to do is replace all these A's with this, 4x. Replace all these B's with this B, which is 5. Okay? So let's do that. So instead of A, what am I writing? 4x minus what? What's B? 5. Okay. Now this next part can be a little tricky. It says a squared. So what am I squaring?
5.
No. 4x, right? So I need to square the 4 and the x. So here's what I'm going to write. Put in parentheses again. 4x squared. That's my a, right? Right. Now AB means a times b. So I'm going to put a, which is 4x, parentheses times b, which is 5. And then the last thing I have there is b squared, which is what squared? 5 squared. All I did was replace a with 4x and b with 5. Can we take this and simplify it? Okay, so bring down 4x minus 5. Okay, now what is 4x squared? So 4 squared is what?
8x.
Not 8. 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16. What's x squared? X squared, thank you. Okay, so when I do 4x squared, that's 4 squared and x squared, so that's 16x squared. Okay? Sheesh. All right, now, what about this one? What's 4x times 5?
25.
20x. Don't forget that x, that's still there in the middle there, right? 4x times 5 is 20x. And what's 5 squared? 25. That is what we were shooting for, okay? So we were able to identify A and B. Then we were able to find the right formula and plug it into the formula. Could you do something like that? Okay. Yes, you can. So 7.6 is what you want to aim for doing today, right? It is Friday, so I want you to make sure you put your name on your warm-ups. You pass them to the front. You already have 7.6. If you don't have 7.6, it's right over here in the blue bin. If you finish 7.6, look right here, 7.5, 7.4, 7.3, 7.2, 7.1. Does everyone see that you have only certain numbers you have to do? So this is helpful right here, right? You can do the whole thing, or you can do what asks you, right? Listen. Hey, listen. I put in y'all's quizzes from last week, and some of y'all need to do corrections on it. So I will let you know here. You'll do that first, and then you can finish 7.6, okay? Here we go.